3, 2, 1.
What's up, everyone? Dan here, Crypto Capital Venture, October 20th, 2018. I hope you're doing well. A little bit different of a format right now. No technical analysis. I kind of just want to talk to you. I hope that's okay. I've been having a lot on my mind. I do have a lot on my mind besides just charts. And namely in this video, and we'll look at some articles and such to talk about this, but I say a lot in my videos. I say VC, think like a VC. And I never really talk about so much what that means. And, being an entrepreneur myself, there's a ton of opportunity that lies within risk, that lies within dark periods even, and insurmountable challenges that are lying ahead of you. And right now in this space, cryptocurrency, I see it. And I see such a fine line between those that are thinking like a VC, those that are hedging their money properly in this space, versus those who are coming in and just kind of throwing them out around money, hoping for, 1,000% gains and becoming millionaires overnight. I would love to see those people kind of shift over to the VC mindset, because if you use caution right now with the opportunity that is at hand, so many of us can really have life-changing things happen. And I just, right now things have consolidated in the markets a little bit. It's nice that things are quiet. It's nice that most of the people, it seems, that are here are a lot of builders, people that are just taking their time, they're building, and I see it because I get to work with these people. I get to recruit for these crypto startups that are building. Nothing more than just building, innovating, changing the space from the ground up. And so let's start with just this point, because this is an important point. It's an important foundation. Bitcoin's white paper gave us liberty. Let's not give it back. And this was written by Charlie Shrem. This is a CoinDesk.com article. Really just awesomely written. We're just going to take a couple points of it and talk about it. 10 years after Satoshi published the white paper that gave us Bitcoin and the explosion of innovation it launched, I continue to be astounded at its transformative power. Money is such a fundamental part of life, and it's played such a huge role in mine, for good and bad. Bitcoin is the awakened, sleeping giant of it all, because it has fundamentally and forever changed money, and more importantly, money's seat of power. For me, this is the most important aspect of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, its role in propagating power to the greatest number of people possible. That's you and I. What Satoshi did when he democratized money was hand every individual alive and generations to come vast personal liberty. It's that distributed network. It's this decentralized environment of money that we live in, that we truly can take part in right now. It's also this innovation. Not only is it good for our liberty, as this article talks about, but in terms of monetary, in terms of investment, it is extremely powerful. He goes on to talk about some real cases, namely Venezuela, Turkey, and I'll post a link in the description below, but it's a really good article. So he starts talking about money and cryptocurrency. He says, Bitcoin is nothing new to money. People are always innovating, and Bitcoin is the logical next step. It's the response of people long imprisoned by a system that puts them at a significant disadvantage compared to the powerful. It's a system that has allowed those who rule money to steal from the people who use and save it for themselves and their families. Bitcoin comes with greater rewards and risk, but your national currency is fiat with everything that entails, and has its own even graver risks, I believe. To me, it is handling someone else the keys to the future and crossing your fingers. Ain't that the truth? Any history book will tell you how well that's worked out, and it hasn't worked out. So this is the foundation. This is our liberty. This is a new form of money that is in our control. It's in your control. You can literally grab your phone. You can download a wallet on your phone. You can basically install a bank on your phone, and you control the bank. It's not controlled. Obviously, you need to take extreme caution in the control of that bank, because now you have the power. The bank does not have the power. So extremely important to take caution, but this is the shift that's happening right now, and it is still early on. Go out on the streets and ask anybody about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. Most people have maybe heard of it, but have no idea what it is. They have no idea about what's being built right now. They have no idea about how it's probably most likely going to change their lives. It's going to impact their lives. And if they don't get on board right now, they're most likely going to be forced to get on board and utilize cryptocurrency. So speaking to the VC mindset, right? So we set the foundation. Obviously, the value it plays in setting us free from a centralized monetary system is extremely powerful. But what about that VC mindset? Let's just look at real quick stats about venture capital. This is just a broad report on venture capital 2017 funding and trends, and you can just see U.S. annual funding tops $70 billion for second time. So 2017 was the second year that saw dollar funding top $70 billion, but deals declined for third straight year, falling 4% from 2016. And you can kind of just get a grasp of this chart. 2012 was $32 billion in terms of VC money. This isn't just cryptocurrency. This is VC money as a whole. So you can see $70 billion in 2017. And I want to shift this over to this. Cryptocurrency funding. Blockchain funding in the US this year has already surpassed 2017's total. So this is speaking to 2018. And you can see, in particular, investments in blockchain doubled the first half of 2018 compared to 2017. Blockchain has the potential to transform banking, and if banking systems were to be written today, then they would be based on blockchain. And what is that number though? Like what is that number in terms of VC coming into crypto space? So crypto research site Dyer claims that startups in this digital currency and blockchain space have notched roughly $3.9 billion in funding via VC investments, CoinDesk reported. So $3.9 billion. And this was posted in October, so earlier this month, just a couple weeks ago. $3.9 billion in 2018. So if we go to VC funding as a whole, you can see $70 billion, right? So what is that? That's about 5% or so of VC as a whole in crypto space. We're just scratching the surface. 3.9 billion dollars is not, it's a good amount of money, but we're just scratching the surface. And the money coming in, I think, is probably the biggest thing. Not only do we have, obviously, retail investors like yourself, myself, coming in, getting excited about the space, but the money that's behind the scenes right now, the people that are behind those things, those are the people that are just dumping tons of money into the space. So we can look at some of the top VCs just to get a glimpse. And you can see these are like the top 10 VC firms that are in cryptocurrency. Digital Currency Group, Pantera Capital, Blockchain Capital, and the list goes on, right? You can go here. I'll post a link in the description. But just quickly, you can go to Digital Currency Group, right? And you can go to the Who We Are page, and just you can get a quick glimpse, right? Glenn Hutchins. I'm sure most of you don't know who that is, but look at Glenn Hutchins, board member on one of the largest VCs in crypto space. Glenn Hutchins is a co-founder of Silver Lake, the global leader in technology investing. He serves on the board of AT&T, NASDAQ, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, the Brookings Institution. Do you see that though? NASDAQ, Federal Reserve Bank of New York. The backgrounds of these people are backgrounds of really bright, brilliant, successful people that are they're basically interwoven into networks, relationships of big money, institutional money. That's why you see things happening like Bakkt coming out. This is why you see things happening like ICE, who owns the New York Stock Exchange, right? Backing these things. And my point to this is you don't know these people, right? You don't even hear about these people, and there's tons of them. And they have VC mindsets, and they have successful track records, and they are dumping huge amounts of money, huge amounts of time and risk into the cryptocurrency space. So when that applies to someone like you or me, what does that mean? It means that we have the opportunity. You have the opportunity to piggyback, right? You don't always have the opportunity to follow a VC into a new project. So if somebody like Dan Moorhead from Pantera Capital is investing in a project that you don't know about, you just don't know about, you don't have the opportunity to like kind of get in on that, right? If you so choose with an amount of money you're comfortable with. But if you take that concept and you apply it to cryptocurrency as a whole, you have that opportunity now to basically march into the cryptocurrency space, the blockchain space, with the largest VCs in the world. You get to march with them side by side. Obviously, you're not putting billions of dollars, millions of dollars even, into the space, but you're allocating a portion of worth, of value that is worth to you, right? And you're doing it alongside top VCs that know what they're doing. If you can additionally just have caution, right? Don't spend more money than you can afford to lose, things of that nature. If you can hedge your risk, find your risk tolerance in this space, you can march safely with top VCs. You better believe that these guys are investing so much money in the space because they're pretty confident that it's going to pay off extremely, extremely well. When you have VCs going into a new project, investing seed, investing Series A, Series B into startups, their intention is to make an insane amount of money. That's it. That's what their intention is. So what do you think their intention is in terms of investing in cryptocurrency, blockchain? It's the same thing. Obviously, you have many of these investors, VCs, that are passionate about the space, which is just an added bonus. It's awesome. But their intention is to make a crazy amount of money. And so you can march alongside these VCs. We can march alongside. We can be our own VCs. You are a VC. Think like a VC is what I like to say. And none of this is financial advice. If you're on the fence, I'm not saying go buy cryptocurrency, but I am saying this opportunity to become an investor, to make money, really, and to be a part of a space that is literally changing the world, that is literally giving us liberty, just like Charlie Shrem says in this post. You have the opportunity of a lifetime. This I'm grateful for. This doesn't come across our desks every day to be able to do something like this, let alone to be able to start companies and businesses in a space like this. This is so rare. And if you're out there and if you're wondering about this blockchain space, this cryptocurrency thing, I can say one thing. It's not going anywhere. It is laying the groundwork right now to become the future of currency, the future new monetary system for you and I. How long that takes, time will tell, but it's not going anywhere. The smartest thing, in my opinion, the wisest thing is to get involved somehow in this space right now, because this is the VC opportunity of a lifetime. You have it. So what you do with it is up to you. I just kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit. I hope that's cool. Appreciate all of you coming by this Saturday. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you have an awesome weekend. As always, I will see you in the next video, and God bless.